Utah home prices are down by how much? Most people will be shocked by the new data. But before I share the most recent Utah housing numbers, what do you think? Is the housing market going to crash? Will the Utah housing market recover quickly, or will Utah's real estate market flatten out? The Utah housing market has been schizophrenic, and the media has only added to the insanity. Personally, I don't trust them. It's been said that the data never lies, but it can be confusing, so I'm gonna do my best to keep it simple and to the point. And as usual, I'm among the first to share this information, and that's why you subscribe to this channel. And I guarantee the data in this video will shock most of you. 100%, this is one video that you're gonna wanna watch all the way to the end, where I'll explain how recent news about mortgage rates, along with new Utah housing numbers, affect you as a buyer or a seller. And for those of you who are looking to buy a home, this will likely be the most important video that you watch. Okay, this data comes from UtahRealEstate.com for the month ending February 2023. In the yellow box, you can see that a home took 50 days to go under contract. In case you don't know, this is called the median days on market. Looking at the green box, nearly 2,500 homes were sold statewide, with 1,811 of those being single-family homes. Looking below the yellow box, the median price per square foot dropped to $215. And in the red box, the median sold prices dropped below $525,000. You're probably wondering how these numbers compare with last month, last year, or how much things have changed from the peak of the market. I'm gonna cover all of this starting right now. Let's look at how the January 2023 numbers, just 1 month previous, compared to this last month. January's numbers are on the left and February is to the right. Let's start with the yellow boxes. In February, the median days on market was 50. That's 2 days faster than January. This downward trend likely indicates a stabilizing market. Looking at the green boxes, nearly 2,500 homes were sold in February, an increase of about 550 homes from January. Increasing sales would also lead one to believe that the market is stabilizing, but we can't get too excited because it's normal for home sales to increase from January to February as we move toward the normal buying and selling season. The median price of $215 per square foot is down slightly from the previous month. If you're looking to buy a home, that's good news. But the big shocker, and this is what really caught my attention, in the red box, for February, the median sold price increased to nearly $525,000, a significant jump from $510,000 in January. This is a clear indicator that the Utah housing market is starting to turn. For those who think the Utah housing market is going to crash, this should be a wake-up call. The housing market is not going to crash. If you're wanting to buy a house and you're trying to time the market, these numbers should scare you. I'll continue to go deeper on what's really happening here in Utah, but the change we see from January to February taught us something very important, and I hope you're paying attention. With the massive correction in Utah home values that we've already seen, buyers will return to the market when mortgage rates dip into the low 6% range. It's obvious home prices in Utah are not going to continue to plummet. We've already seen a massive price correction here in Utah. Because we're in a severe housing shortage, and because mortgage rates will continue to fall, the Utah housing market will turn faster than most people think. But we will continue to see volatility. The sharp increase in mortgage rates temporarily froze anxious buyers and sellers, so the March numbers will be interesting. But rates have already dropped quite significantly. I'll talk more about all this and how it applies to you at the end of this video. Another popular way to compare data is to look at year-over-year numbers. Let's compare February 2023 to 1 year ago. As expected, there are some major changes. The numbers for February 2022 are on the left, and February 2023 is to the right. As previously mentioned, last month, the median days on market was 50. A year ago, homes were selling in just 6 days. As I stated last week on the Utah Housing Market Update live show, 6 days is more like 0 days due to the normal sales process of a home. To go from 6 days to 50, that is a big jump, but nothing to be concerned about because in a stable market, 50 days is pretty normal. Last month, nearly 2,500 homes were sold, but that's only 400 fewer homes, or a decline of 15.8% from when the market was sizzling last year. The median price per square foot is only $14 lower than a year ago. Are you ready to be shocked again? Look at the 2 red boxes. The median sold price for a single family home is only down by about $25,000 from 1 year ago, going from $549,000 to about $525,000. This equals a whopping 4.6% decline in home values from 1 year ago. Please stop listening to the media and your sky is falling friends. The data clearly shows that the market is not crashing. Now, those who love to talk about the housing market crash, like to use the most extreme numbers. So they'll compare what's happening today versus the peak of the market. Because markets can be volatile, it's more sensible to compare year-over-year numbers. But for fun, let's see what the market has done since the peak in May of 2022. Obviously, there will be some extreme differences. May 2022 is to your left, and February 2023 is to your right. Just like the year-over-year numbers, the days on market has increased from 6 to 50. In the peak month, 4,059 homes were sold compared to 2,493 last month. But home sales will only increase as we approach the buying season. At the peak of the market, the median price hit $244 per square foot, so we're only down by about $30 per square foot. Once again, if you're a buyer, this is great. Looking at the red boxes in May, we nearly hit a median sold price of $600,000 compared to almost $525,000 last month. So from the peak of the market, home values have fallen about $75,000. That is a big number, but interestingly, the price gap is actually getting smaller. In January, it was a difference of nearly $100,000. So why have I been telling you to buy a house over the last few months while many others have told you to wait? Why is Dave Ramsey advising you to buy a house? Why is Warren Buffett famous for saying, be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy only when others are fearful? And why do they say the best time to buy is when there's blood in the streets? It's all for the same reason. Over time, home values have always increased, so it's a no-brainer to purchase a house while prices are down. Maybe home prices fall another $20,000. I don't see that happening, but right now, I can negotiate a deal that is most likely better than what you would get even if prices continue to come down a little. And it's a good time to build a home because you can lock in a great price and incentives today. Because mortgage rates are expected to trend downward, you can lock in a lower rate later. And I should clarify that even though I'm a huge proponent of home ownership, not everyone should buy a home right now. Some of you will need to wait until you're in a better situation. Now, some of you watching are thinking about the affordability issue here in Utah. It's true, the ability to purchase a single family home in Utah is no longer a possibility for many who live here. I hate it. I mean, just a few years ago, you could have purchased an amazing home for $400,000. Today, a similar property could easily cost you $600,000 or more. Truth is, this will most likely be the best time to buy a house in the next 5 years, and maybe ever. I'm talking to you as a friend. If you're wanting to buy a house, I would not wait a single day. Reach out to a lender to see how much home you can afford and start looking for a deal. I can recommend several trusted lenders. Feel free to call or text me at any time. When it comes to affordability in Utah, things will never be like they used to. The average family may need to move further from the city or settle for a smaller or older property. It sucks, but it's way better than paying rent. Because Utah is growing so quickly, we could suffer from a housing shortage for a few more years. The simple economics of supply and demand will push home values higher, and many of these large corporations moving here are offering wages well above the average salary here in Utah. What we are experiencing is similar to what many other locations around the country have experienced in the past. What can I say? Utah is just an incredible place to live, and a lot of people are moving here. But relief is coming for those of you who are ready to buy, as mortgage rates have recently seen a significant drop. Once again, we can expect some volatility, but I'm confident we will see mortgage rates around 5.5% before the end of summer, and maybe even close to 5% before the end of the year. Mortgage News Daily reported mortgage rates inched down to lowest levels since early February. With the recently reduced home prices and mortgage rates in the low sixes, we've already witnessed that buyers will return to the market. And according to Mortgage News Daily, rates just hit 6.38%. For those of you looking to buy a home, right now, at this time, many sellers are still feeling desperate, and I can still negotiate a large discount or terms that are very favorable for you. If you're looking to sell, we are currently suffering from a housing shortage. I have a listing strategy that will absolutely maximize how much you can sell your home for. Don't hesitate to reach out to me for a free in-home, no-pressure consultation. Remember to check out my website, nextlevelutahrealestate.com, where I show you how I take the home buying and home selling experience to the next level. And once again, if you're looking to sell, I offer way more than the other realtors with my home tour videos, targeted social media marketing, and I may even move you for free. Call or text for details, and you'll find the link to my website in the description below. If you're getting ready to sell, you'll want to watch Do Not List Your Home for Sale Until You Do This. If you're wanting to buy, you want to watch Time to Buy a House in Utah. And if you're paying rent, you need to watch Paying Rent versus Buying a House. If you're looking to buy, sell, build a home, or invest in Utah real estate, I get contacted all the time. Please feel free to call or text me with your questions. I'd love to meet you, and I'm honored to serve you. For everyone else, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. I always do my best to respond to each one of you. If you have a friend or a family member here in Utah that's looking to buy or sell a home, you can easily text this video to them. And please, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Ty, the Real Estate Guy. If you found this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to ring that little bell below. It'll make you feel good.